On Tuesday, August 24th, we had two farmers from Illinois in the Fellowship of Christian Farmer home office in Lexington, Illinois, Mark Freed and Dave Weber, and they made their way out to Keystone, and they brought the 38-foot motorhome that sleeps 12, and then they also brought a Kubota Gator with a trailer that we can use to glean all the soybean fields and pastures in Benton County and Jones County and Lynn County. There's just so much damage that needs to be done, and we got to kind of wait for the soybean fields to get ripe, lose their leaves, and then we can do a good job of getting the trash out of the fields before it goes through a combine. So that's going to be a big job. There's constantly trees and damage with that, and fences, and there's a multiple amount of damage to this unique event where a large part of Iowa sustained damage. So I want to introduce to you Mark Freed, who spent time over by Mechanicsville, and there was a project that they were working on to help a farm, and he'd like to tell you a bit about the day he spent working.
Yeah, here we are in Keystone, Iowa. We're in a little bit northwest of Williamsburg. Our good friend of the Kinsey manufacturing plant. Everybody's pretty familiar with that, and that yeah, we started to see devastation from the wind that came through here as we started getting north of there. We didn't think it was really all that bad down on 80. Then we got up here closer to Keystone, which is northwest, like I said, a few miles, and it's just devastating with the wind that come through and what the damage has done, and to buildings, trees, and of course the crops. And a lot of cornfields are just completely flat, and now they're starting to turn brown because it broke it off, and so it's going to be a real challenge to harvest anything, if there is a harvest at all there, because the corn was at a stage where it would just dry up and not be anything. And right behind me here where I'm at in Keystone, there was a ADM elevator. There was 30 grain bins here. There's only one left standing. It had some corn in it, but they had 400,000 bushel of corn on the ground, so they're busy cleaning that up, getting that off and picked up before any rain or more storm would come. But anyway, it's quite a story the people around here are telling us about how the wind came about noon on that day, and had winds of up to 120 mile an hour, and it lasted like 50 minutes. So the crops and the buildings and everything just couldn't withstand that. So it's been a real interesting thing to see, and really feel bad for the people, and we're trying to find out the best way we can help as a fellowship, and already we're getting several leads on people to help, so we got teams coming, and so we're really thankful for that, and we're just wanting to encourage these folks to get through this and the best we can, and we've got some teams going to be a great help, and so we've just been thoroughly blessed ourselves through it. But it's really devastating. These are hard-working people that don't really ask for a lot, but yet they appreciate the help. So we're really glad to be here.
On August 18th, the Fellowship of Christian Farmers made its initial response to the Derecho storm that hit Iowa. One of our leaders is Mike Weaver, who lives in southern Illinois at El Dorado, and he spent part of the week of the 18th, and then he returned on the 24th, has been involved for 2 weeks, and did a lot of work around the Mechanicsville area. And then this week he even had a meeting for farmers where they had a prayer and devotion time. Just pray for all the families going through the stress of this event. And so now I'd like to introduce you to Mike Weaver, who's an area director for the Fellowship of Christian Farmers from El Dorado, Illinois.
Hey guys, I'm Mike. We're up here in north of Mechanicsville in Cedar County. We're mobilizing our teams in Keystone, Iowa, and we've got folks that are gathering in. We've got several people here today that are working on getting a cedar grove here. Get my earplugs out where I can hear what I'm saying. A lot of work to be done up here. This is such a large area affected by the wind and the storms. The same areas were hit with some hail and a tornado not too long ago, actually. But the beauty is we have a lot of people that are coming out to volunteer. We have Joe Brown, Mark Reed, Scott Bishop, and we're here at the which family again? That's I can't remember the family name where we're at.
Fishers.
The Fishers.
Kevin and Molly Fisher.
Kevin and Molly Fisher. And Joel's been very instrumental in getting work lined up for us, and just been he's been our man on the ground here and making things happen and getting things together. So we have again we've got a place to stay. We've got some Ralph that's fixing meals, and we've got a good place to sleep. So we're looking forward to folks coming out and helping us help these good folks. There's this Saturday we've got some school kids that are coming out to clean fields and pull metal out of whatever we can find for them. We'll see. There's definitely not a shortage of work to do. So we just invite you guys to come out. Thank you for your support and helping us as we travel and try and help people and just release the burden that they're dealing with in these days and what's going on with these storms. So thank you guys and God bless.
The Fellowship of Christian Farmers is committed to long-term. We know that we're not going to get all the damage from the derecho done in a week or 2 weeks. And as we go through harvest, there's going to be lots of trash to pick up through the harvest season. And we're hoping there'll be lots of farmers from outside of Iowa, particularly Kansas and the wheat country, where they can come and spend a week or so at a time and help us encourage farmers going through this difficult time. A lot of our farmers, they're young families and they're dealing with getting them educated with this coronavirus. And we want to be a source of encouragement to families getting through this loss in the fields and what's going on with the virus. So if you would pray for all the farmers in the line of US 30 across Iowa. There's just damage all over, and it's unique damage. I grew up in Wright County, Iowa, and I've never experienced, I've seen corn flat on the ground, but I've never seen entire counties with corn flat on the ground. So thank you for praying, and please contact the Fellowship of Christian Farmers if you'd like to be part of our disaster relief in Iowa.